Hi guys, it is middle of the week. The week after the weekend video I just did where I said I need to get some new gaskets. I got them ordered, I got them in hand now. So I got both the O-ring gasket and the gasket for the throttle body to that plate. So should be good to go. So I'm gonna get these installed real quick and hopefully get this car to run right. And then, you know, we'll see where it goes. But I said I would follow up and here I am. Let's get this thing taken off. It's so clearly damaged. I don't know how that got put back on like that. Maybe it was man, I never realized it. It's so hard to tell. If this doesn't solve it, it is boost. It's vacuum leak, or sorry, smoke test and all that other fun stuff, because it seems like it should have been my primary and maybe only real issue. Okay, that's all snug. That's all plugged in. All right, let's get it started. All right, let me start with it. It's like past 8 o'clock at night. I tried to be super loud with neighbors and such, but I gotta start this thing, see what it's doing. Up with the brake cleaner again. Yeah, that's a good sign. I'll take that. Seems better. Alright, so still running lean, but it just has a really good idle right now, so I'm going to take a look at it maybe tomorrow or the next day, but I'm not getting the vacuum leak anymore. I'm not hearing that hissing sound. I can't really open it up because it's getting kind of late, and I don't really want to piss off any neighbors, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. But new gasket's on, keeps getting better and better every time we mess with it, but who knows what we're running into next.
2 weeks later.
Alright guys, I don't know how this video is going to splice together because last I had updated you guys, I planned on doing the throttle body gasket because there was a vacuum leak there, and I'll put this probably in this video, but I did change that out and it ran a little better, right? I wasn't having as much issues, but it was still running weird. So I was checking my fuel trims and found that the short-term fuel trim was going into -30, and it was causing the car to die. It was essentially starving itself for fuel. So I thought, okay, it's probably going to be the O2 sensor. So I had got an NTK O2 sensor and swapped that out yesterday. And lo and behold, it got a little better, but it's still acting up. All right, so at this point, we've done intake gasket, throttle body gasket. We have done spark plugs. We did wires. I swapped a coil from a known working car. And I've swapped fuel injectors from a completely different rail. Like I've swapped just about everything and I'm still getting a miss, and then like the car not wanting to idle very well. So I went on the SRT-4 owners Facebook group and I kind of asked for some advice, because I was like, hey, you know, has people seen this before? What is it, right? I know it's not a vacuum leak, or doesn't seem to be, because I'm not losing vacuum. I have good vacuum. And one person said the Upstream O2 sensor, which is why I had done that, and I agreed that that was definitely acting up. And then the next one was, it's not off the wall at the time, but it was, hey, we have seen the fuel socks disintegrate in the tank, especially if they've sat for a while, if gas is bad, or if somebody's running ethanol or E85, which I don't think that was ran in this, and it disintegrates and then clogs the pump up. Sounded crazy at first, but guess what? They were right. So check this out. We dropped the tank, got it out of here. We have it on the ground over there right now. And inside the tank was all these pieces of the fuel sock that was completely gone off the tank. That probably wouldn't be that much of an issue, except that, you know, with no sock on the pump, there is no, there's nothing protecting it from getting sediment, and it's actually got a bunch of pieces in here that I probably, yeah, look at that. It's completely plugged with pieces of the sock. So it makes sense why maybe I was seeing fuel pressure up there, but it likely wasn't consistent, or it was fluctuating a little bit and it's throwing the car off. I definitely think this could be an issue. Is it the only issue? I don't know, but it's definitely one worth fixing. Yeah, because look at all that. And it's probably jammed up in there. But anyway, next step is going to be, we're going to clean that tank thoroughly. We're going to clean it super good. And then I am going to put a new pump in, a stock style Delphi pump. I'm not going overboard. It's going to have everything, new regulator, new sock, new whatever. We're going to see if that fixes our issues, or at least makes it better. I think it will. And then I'm going to put some fresh 91 or 93 gas in it with a fresh brand new tank. And now I know all the sediment, all the old stuff will be cleaned out. But anyway, guys, follow along. Again, I don't know how to splice together because I got frustrated 2 weeks ago and was like, I don't have time to work on it. I'll look at it later, and now I'm on the verge of hopefully figuring it out. So thanks, guys. Let's see what happens. All right, it is a few days later. As you can see, still no tank in here. I got my tank on the ground all cleaned out, and I let it dry for a few days. I just got my pump in. It's pretty much drop in ready. Gotta put the seal on the tank and do that. I'm gonna do it before I put it up in there. I will say, just to be safe, I blew air, compressed air through the fuel line both directions. Mostly because, you know, if there's any contaminants in there, I just wanted to shoot them out. I've already cleaned my fuel rail and that was good to go, as well as the injectors. So I'm hoping I can just drop this in the tank, put the tank back up there with the straps. And then I have fresh 5 gallons of 93 from Shell. So I know I got some good, fresh premium gas, or plus, whatever it's called, and drop that in. So I'm gonna work on that. I'll try to film it, but this isn't really a fuel pump install video. I found a problem, I'm trying to fix it, and let's see if the car is good to go. So let's go. It took me about 10 minutes or so. I got the pump up in there, got everything hooked up, everything's bolted in. We're good to go, but tank's empty. So let me lower it down, put some gas in it, prime it a few times, see if we can start it up. I'm all sweaty because I was out here working on a different vehicle, and I really wanted to fit this neon in because I want to see if this fuel pump fixes it. Sucks to have a $200 part sitting there. So let's get the car lowered, put some gas in it, and see what happens. All right, that's at least 4 gallons, maybe closer to 5. Let's hook our battery back up. I guess I already have the key in it, so let's see what this girl does now. I know I'm gonna have to prime the fuel pump a few times. Let's just do that now. Sounds nice and healthy. Yeah, it's got a lot of gas in there, but I guess when you're EE, let's see what happens. issue's been intermittent for the entire time. It seems like it's getting a pretty good idle right now, fluctuating between like 14.7 and maybe 15.2 or something on the air-fuel ratio. Nothing crazy. It's I checked the live data. It is self-adjusting itself to cut fuel some. I'm pretty sure these injectors are a little bit bigger than what was on there because I was flip-flopping them. And if I think that these are causing an issue, I'll just go back to the ones that were on it. I just was trying to rule out injectors as a problem. But so far, it's got a decent idle. It's still responsive, but it does seem like it has a hiccup every now and then. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I need to recheck my spark plug gap or what. But I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I might go for a test drive and see how it goes down the road. But again, it feels very responsive. It doesn't, you know, looking at the motor, it's not doing any crazy shaking, but once in a while you hear a little miss. I haven't heard one yet. Almost. I don't know. I don't know what's normal for this car. All I know is it seems like it still has a little bit of a hiccup, but an improvement. I mean, we definitely know the fuel system is good to go. So, all right, guys, I'll end it here. Hopefully, in the next video we're driving it around, or maybe I won't end it here and I'll do a test drive and then film that. We'll see.
2 weeks later.
All right, we're gonna go for a drive. We don't have to commentate much, but
started right up.
yeah, no check engine light yet. We're a little leanish. Probably has to adjust.
Windows work.
Brakes work too.
He's done none to that, have he?
Yeah. lot better though.
Seems like it's running really nice, dude. Is that the trucks coming up and hitting the cars?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I think the tires are wider than factory. I gotta see if I got a flat tire real quick, 'cause I didn't look at these before I left.
I got you, bro. Parker. I'll do a little walk
It's running
around.
fine now. It sounds like a little choppy, but it's not leaning out.
Oh my god.
Anything super flat? I know they're low pros, but
This one's flat as
how bad?
not completely,
All right, I'll
but
put
it's
air.
pretty flat. Did a nice little walk around for you. Clunk clunk.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, sounds really sweet.
she's got that. I can't tell if it's cammed or not. That's what I don't know.
It sure sounds choppy, dude. She sounds really sweet, actually.
You think it's good enough to go down this road real quick?
Yeah, I think so. Like just to the stop sign and flip around. I mean, I wouldn't like
Yeah, no, I'm not taking on 95 or 213.
I wouldn't like gun it with that tire, but I mean, we could fill it real quick too.
Ah, yeah, we'll
Yeah, because it's gonna really suck if you blow it out. Just fill it real quick, yeah. It's only this one. If it was your back tire, I'd be like, yeah, you're good, but that's the tire you're putting all the torque to.
yeah, steering tires.
Yeah. That's front wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the way it's your steering tires too.
Oh my god. Oh. Runs really good. Oh yeah, you probably need one of them axle thing there. Shit, them calipers need some help. They might actually clean up if you brake a few times with them.
This thing's super flat.
Yeah, it's actually,
Super flat.
it was pretty flat. I mean, it wasn't completely flat though, but it was close.
You hear the chatter from the clutch. Pretty normal.
What did you say?
Chatter from the clutch. You said that's the only one that was really bad. They don't look bad now. I don't know what it's at. Think the rest look alright?
Yeah, you look at them. I think they look fine now.
Not puking oil now?
They ain't puking no oil. You good. She was puking oil when we first got it.
Oh, yes, she was. You know it's illegal to drive without a bumper? Stop for the bumper.
Yeah, I know it's illegal to drive without a bumper.
One guy said you just gotta drive it to get it to run better.
Well, I think you clean up the rotors pretty nice if you drive it. They didn't look too rusty. They just looked like they got some surface rust.
Just in case. Put my seatbelt on.
Let's see.
I think it might be ready for a tag.
I think so too, dude. You throw a temp tag on it for a month, right? And then, you know, fuck around with it for a month and not have to worry about shit. Ooh.
Something clunks around really bad up there. I don't know what it is yet, but
Could be anything, dude. Could be anything, ball joint to a tie rod to...
well, I know the tie rod's fucked up. oil.
Yeah, a little bit before that.
I definitely went to the farm.
Woo. She's stinky too.
Maybe even blew a brake line out.
Really?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I see some shit there.
That looks old.
Oh, does it?
Wouldn't be surprised if I blew a brake line out. Might just be a vacuum leak too. Or like you said, I just cleaned all the rust off.
Yeah, I mean, she's shaking the rust off. You know that for a fact. She stinks like shit. Stinks like, what, brakes? Is that what that is?
Brakes, brake fluid burning off, who knows?
Fucking knows.
I'm gonna go for another run, you think?
Go for it, buddy.
Just gotta see if she's gonna survive.
Earn your tag.
Yeah. I'm not getting tagged for you unless you survive.
She said, I got this, dude. You don't even know. Thanks for the oil. I appreciate it. Come on. I think your tire's definitely rubbing.
Everybody in the neighborhood knows it's me. I guess I should check to make sure my hood is down too, huh?
Yeah, I'll check it real quick for you.
Yeah, I think I cleaned off my brakes the first time. That's what that was.
Oh, I think it would have broke though. I think it would have flew up if it wasn't. You ain't got your clips in, but...
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
Oh.
Feel the fucking torque steer?
Yeah, I said this thing. I said you were a pussy for putting your seatbelt on until I felt this. I was like, damn.
Seems like you could use a tag in some real driving.
I think so too, man. She seems pretty good. That was 0 to 60 pretty quick, my guy.
Burn them up though. Hey, let's get a tag.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. She's ready to go.
I gotta figure out that clunking though.
That's nothing, dude. That's just suspension parts. We do that shit all the time.
Or it could be the hood smacking.
Could be. Because it is clunking. You heard me hit it.
Yeah.
I think it's in the tire, though, personally. Oh, her reverse is gone. Oh, no, she's in reverse.
Well, because of that pivot ball.
Crazy man.
You crazy?
Wow! Man, you need to drive your fucking orange car more often.
No check engine lights.
I know your ass ain't driving that bitch because I can see the rotor has rust on it. She sounds good. How's the temp?
It's fine.
All that was good?
Yeah. I know the turbo back there is just nasty.
Hang on for dear life, that screwdriver.
One guy told me loose connections on here can cause a lot of weird issues too, and then tighten them up.
It actually sounded like that sounded like a different idle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she's a champ.
And she's ready for a tag. No hesitation anymore. Might have to blow by, I'm not promising.
Just a little bit. That might even be normal, to be honest with you.
Turbo.
Yeah. I think she sounds great.
How do you time for a bag? Alright, went for a quick drive. No check engine codes. Didn't die on me. I couldn't shift for crap because I don't know what I'm doing. I think part of that might be the pivot ball. It was kind of hard to shift. Car's running pretty good. It still has a little bit of like a stumble to it, but the AFR is sitting around 14 to 15, so I don't mind that. Doesn't sound bad from the back. We're not leaking any fluids. Turbo's working. It's good. So I'm gonna end this video here, and then the next step is gonna be I'm gonna get a tag on this and start dailying it. I'm gonna look at the front clunking noise. I think it might be the hood smacking, but I think this car is ready to be driven a little bit and see what happens. Again, I might fix it, I might scrap it, but let's see what happens, guys. Thanks, and subscribe, share, like, whatever it might be, and I'll catch you in the next one.